Now, having an idea and connecting those dots is one thing, but an idea is nothing if you can't build it. And at AWS, we provide you with the innovative infrastructure and services so that you can create those sparks and build your ideas. Our goal is for you to focus on the innovation for your customers while we innovate on your behalf on the infrastructure and the service level. Now, we don't build technology for technology's sake, nor do we copy others. More than 90% of our roadmap comes from the features that you ask us to build. Now, in today's world, innovation is crucial, and the cloud lets you move faster and achieve what you want in a cost-effective way. A study found that migrating on-premises workloads to AWS saved companies the time to get to market for their new features and capabilities. It saved them 43% of the time to market. Air Caraïbes has been on an incredible modernization journey, not only upgrading their aircraft fleet, but also transforming their information systems. They've successfully migrated 60 applications, consolidating 3 different data centers with 282 virtual machines, and they've kickstarted the development of a cutting-edge cloud-native CRM system. By migrating to the cloud, they've unlocked the freedom to innovate and build their new experiences for their customers with even faster velocity. Since AWS launched our first service 17 years ago with Amazon S3, we have been focusing on supporting every application in the cloud. That means our services are designed to support the cloud-native application, enterprises, high-performance computing applications, modern serverless, container-based, and machine learning applications, and low-latency and IoT applications. Of course, we understand that some applications need to run on-premises due to data residency or local data processing requirements, which is why we also support applications that run on-premises, while still providing the tools to make it easy to manage them in a hybrid cloud environment. As millions of customers know, AWS is the best place to build your ideas and turn those sparks into reality. Why? Because first, we have the broadest selection of innovative services to support your existing and future applications. Second, we deliver the best price, performance, and value for your investment. And lastly, AWS brings infrastructure and services to applications running anywhere with a consistent experience. Let's dive deeper into the first area. If you want to build that spark of an idea into the next big application, you need to build on top of innovative services that have the most capabilities today and in the future. AWS has over 200 fully featured services to support virtually any application, more than any other cloud provider. From compute, storage, networking, through to machine learning, quantum technologies, we have it all. And we have the deepest functionality within each of those services. Take Amazon EC2 for one example. We have over 600 options for you to choose for your EC2 instance, so you can find that perfect combination of compute resources to match the specific needs of your application. You can use our containers-based orchestration services and choose from either Amazon Elastic Container Service, ECS, or Amazon Elastic Kubernetes Service, EKS, or go completely serverless with Lambda and Fargate, where you're just focusing on your application logic and not worrying about the underlying infrastructure. AWS has been a pioneer in the serverless computing space since we launched AWS Lambda way back in 2014. And we're always innovating on your behalf. In fact, we've launched over 105 features for Lambda since we first provided it in 2014. And many of our customers have deeply invested in serverless architectures. A great example is Liberty Mutual. Liberty Mutual is one of the world's largest insurance companies and has been a customer of AWS since 2013. Now, they made a strategic decision to pursue a serverless-first architecture in all their applications, to give them an edge in a competitive, global, and increasingly digital market. Their serverless-first strategy unburdened engineers from infrastructure management, like capacity provisioning. It lowered their operational overhead, and it increased their cost savings. Liberty Mutual has used serverless architectures on AWS to build several systems in 3 months, and they compared that 3 months of development against what it took before, which was a year to build an application on premises. It also reduced their computing costs per million transactions to just $60. Regardless if you're using serverless, containers, or EC2 instances, your application needs storage. Starting with S3 in 2006, AWS has almost 2 decades of experience building storage services at scale with the core attributes of security, performance, availability, and durability for object, block, and file storage. We are your providers of storage at any scale, whether you're building a data lake with petabytes of data in S3, or our many customers using Kubernetes with Elastic File System, like T-Mobile. And millions of AWS customers use Elastic Block Store, or EBS, and they're driving trillions of I/O and exabytes of throughput daily. Now, when we think about performance, we think about the best performance at the lowest cost. And that means we have to innovate at a very deep level of our infrastructure. Let's take a deeper look at some examples. After years of optimizing traditional virtualization systems for compute, we knew we had to make a dramatic change in the architecture if we were going to provide the best performance and security for our customers. That's because hypervisors were designed with just one machine in mind, not a fleet of machines. And cloud services like AWS, they run cloud services on very large fleets of machines. So we took a step back, and we had to rethink everything about our compute architecture from the ground up. That became the spark for creating the Nitro system, which is our custom AWS system that offloads virtualization functions to dedicated custom hardware to optimize security and performance. This innovation has significant performance advantages for your applications. And with Nitro as the foundation for our EC2 compute, it lets us build in security at the chip level, in silicon itself, to continuously monitor and protect hardware against potential threats. This type of innovation is at the core of EC2 virtualization, and it's provided a foundation for unique security features at the hardware level, such as Nitro enclaves, which creates isolated compute environments for processing your most highly sensitive data. Now, we design our own custom processors, starting with Graviton, which today delivers the best end-to-end performance and energy efficiency. We're now on our 3rd generation of processors with AWS Graviton 3. And Graviton 3-based instances are 25% faster than Graviton 2 and use up to 60% less energy than comparable EC2 instances. Now, customers of every size have migrated to Graviton, and they're achieving up to 40% better price performance simply by shifting their workloads to Graviton-based EC2 instances. For example, Epic Games began developing their services on AWS in 2012. And then they went all in to AWS in 2018 to deliver the storage, analytics, and scaling demands of its games like Fortnite. Today, Fortnite runs almost entirely on AWS. Epic stores petabytes of data in an AWS data lake and then uses AWS analytics services to assess player sentiment and quickly develop unique experiences. Using tens of thousands of Amazon EC2 instances powered by AWS Graviton processors, Epic scales compute capacity at optimal price performance to support millions of players globally. Même d'ici en France, n'est-ce pas? That is how customers use our innovation at the chip level for EC2 compute. Now, Graviton and Nitro are not the only ways that we've innovated in the core of our technology. We innovate at every level of our infrastructure, including networking. Let's take the example of scalable, reliable datagram, or SRD. Now, other cloud providers might look at the networking stack and think, bof, TCP, it's been around for a long time, it's good enough. Not us. We knew our customers working on high-performance computing workloads needed lower tail latency and way higher throughput. And because we want every application to run on AWS, we went to work and we invented a new network protocol that we call SRD. This new protocol, which was custom built for us, better utilizes our massive data center network, and it lets us get higher bandwidth and lower latency for the most demanding of network applications. Nitro, AWS Graviton, SRD, these are all examples of how we relentlessly improve performance and security and cost in the very core of our systems. Now, I will say that cost optimization is in our DNA at Amazon, and we're constantly inventing new ways to optimize on cost for our customers. That's true today, and that has been true for 17 years since we first launched S3. We build tools so you can find the perfect instance and type and delete unused resources. We even build new solutions so you can save on cost without extra effort, like Amazon S3 Intelligent Tiering, which is a storage class that has saved customers over $1 billion by giving automatic discounts for storage based on access patterns. In today's summit, you can learn more about how to increase your operational efficiency and increase your agility at even lower cost. For example, you can learn how to use flexible purchase options through reserved instances or savings plans, which can save you up to 72% in EC2 instance cost. Much of our AWS infrastructure, which includes everything from that customized network to the customized hardware in our data centers, is purpose-built for the scale and performance that you, our customers, need. Avant, we talked about breadth and depth with databases and analytics. That's true in all parts of AWS. If you look at the AWS cloud, it spans 99 availability zones with 31 geographic regions around the world and has 450 points of presence. And we are still expanding. No other cloud provider offers as many regions with multiple availability zones connected by low latency, high throughput, and highly redundant networking. Our core infrastructure is designed from the ground up to satisfy the security requirements of global banks and other high-sensitivity organizations. And it's backed by a set of cloud security tools with over 300 security compliance and governance services and features. But this secure, reliable network doesn't just connect our regions. It connects AWS to you, your applications, and your customers, wherever they are. For our customers who want the flexibility to run applications closer to where you need them, we have optimized our solutions to give you consistency, to use the same network, the same control plane, the same APIs and AWS services in our edge solutions as what you find in our AWS regions. So, if you want to turn your ideas, your sparks, into reality, there's no better place to do it than AWS for whatever application type you are building. Whether it's a mobile app, a web app, or a complex enterprise solution, AWS helps you bring that spark to life.